always be here, no matter where you go. I am smarter than you, and I am in control. Family, friends, and loved ones, they won't matter anymore. I'll take everything you've got and still want something more. You'll lie to everyone and say that I'm not real, but if that's the case, why can't you put down that pill? I come in many forms and shapes and size, and following comes denial, deceit, and lies. I'll turn you from anyone who tries to take you from me, and together we'll spend all eternity. I'll embrace you in my arms, and I'll never set you free. Spend our life together. Won't that make you happy? Don't let those people tell you what I'm all about, because then you'll find a way to kick me out. Well, here I go now. I'll just be on my way, but not for much longer, because I still have much to say. So when you think I'm gone, finally be at ease, just remember this: I will always be your disease. Welcome to Addicts Anonymous. Hi, I'm Amber. I'm addicted to cigarettes. Well, I was addicted to cigarettes. It started when I was 14 at my friend's party. They asked me, hey, want to try one? I said no, but then they laughed at me and called me a few names. They told me, it's just one time, it's not going to do anything. And I never tried one before, so I took it. It hurt my lungs. Couldn't breathe after. I didn't understand how they could smoke. How can I stand smoking? It's disgusting. You get used to it after a while. I didn't think of it much after. I found myself craving a cigarette a few weeks later, but I ignored the craving. And the next time I went to a party, and my friend offered me one, I just took it. When it was exam time, I smoked before the exam, but that was just to calm me down. Okay, class, exam starts now. Before I knew it, I was smoking 3 to 4 times a week. Something that started as an experiment became my addiction. The exact thing that took away my stress became the exact reason why I became more stressed. I lost a few friends because of it, but that wasn't a big deal. I had other friends. And my family wasn't happy about it, but they didn't hate me for it. I started smoking before and after school, and occasionally at lunch, and I started going to class late. Oh crap, guys, I'm in class. I'll see you later. See you guys. Bye. And then I started leaving class early. Can I go to the office? I have an appointment. Before I knew it, smoking wasn't even something I did to take away the stress. Something I did simply because I couldn't stop. I'm now 65 years old. A few years later, I had lung cancer. It's been 8 months since I quit smoking, but it's too late.
Tobacco causes more deaths each year than all other substance abuse deaths combined.
Hi, I'm Alexa.
Hi, Alexa.
It all started senior year when I tore my MCL. Soccer was my everything. I had a scholarship lined up, I was MVP, I played every game, and on top of all that, I was on the honor roll. We were playing Admiral Heights and I was setting myself up to score. It was open and I was ready. But before I knew it, I was on the ground. My whole body was numb, except for a piercing pain in my right knee. I woke up in the hospital in the doctor's ward.
I'm sorry, Alexa, but we had to perform emergency surgery on your MCL.
Will I ever be play again?
It's hard to say. I'll prescribe you some T3s. It should be a 5-month recovery.
I might not ever be able to play again. I didn't want to be playing. I was so close to getting everything I wanted. And I wasn't going to let a sore knee stop. So I went to the pharmacist and got some T3s for me. But before I knew it, I was taking them before every game. And then at parties. And then almost every day I relied on them. They helped with everything, not just my leg. They took away all of my stress. How can you go back from that type of relief? It got easier to deal with everything. My family and their high expectations. My friends and their crazy parties every weekend. My coaches pushing me to be as good as I was before the incident. Everything. It's like a breath of fresh air. I can't stop. But when I come down from the high, the pressure of everything comes crashing back down onto me. And now I've lost everything. My scholarship, most of my friends, everything. But the TVs.
210 million prescriptions are written every year in the United States for Coady, making it the most widely prescribed painkiller available.
Hi, I'm Geneva. And my best friend is cocaine. Growing up, I was a good kid. I was in enrichment programs, achieved stellar marks and everything, and was generally a happy person, but that was all up until the divorce. Mom, my brother, and I moved in the summer before grade 12, and I knew no one at this new school. And since Mom was too busy supporting me and my older brother Max all by herself, we barely saw her. I resorted to drinking. I'd go out every weekend to parties, and I'd meet people, but I'd wake up the next morning feeling awful from the hangover. It was how I went about my life. After it wasn't enough, I jumped at the opportunity to do cocaine at a party when someone offered it to me, thinking maybe it could be the way for me to cope. I loved the high, but now it's the only reason why I'm sane. The only person who cared was Max. And when he found out that I'd started using cocaine, he stopped talking to me. I left free university and it only got worse. Every meal, I needed Coke. And eventually, Coke replaced my meals. At first, I wasn't bothered. I figured I needed to lose a few pounds anyway. You're fat. Go on a diet. Then it got worse. I became afraid constantly, like someone was always behind me. Everywhere I went, it was like that sensation when you lean your chair back a little too far and you almost fall. Without cocaine, I feel tired. I feel like life lags on. Coffee isn't even enough to hold me. I've fallen asleep in several seminars while trying to get off cocaine. And at family dinners, Max only shakes his head at me. He never says a word. Whenever Mom sees me, she always says,
There's someone else here. You don't eat, you don't sleep. I'm worried.
but she doesn't know the real cause. I don't want to be this way anymore. I want to be happy, like I used to. And that's why I'm here.
Cocaine is one of the most powerful illegal substances when it comes to producing psychological dependence.
Hi, my name's Simone.
Hi, Simone!
My drug of choice is heroin. It started when I was pretty young, 15 or so, with study drugs like Ritalin and Adderall, on weekends mostly. I was a good kid. I was involved in school, I had good grades, I was in marching band and took advanced placement classes. But by senior year, my weekends got crazy. I drank a lot and I don't really remember much of what happened. My friends told me stories about what we did, but I didn't remember.
Simone, you were totally crazy last weekend.
I was. I went away to college and I was on my own for the first time. I started taking Oxycontin on a daily basis. And when I couldn't get Oxycontin, I switched to heroin. I stopped going to classes. I knew I could pick them back up whenever I wanted. I just needed to take a year off for myself. I mean, I guess it's been more like 10 years off, but I can go back whenever I want. I just don't see the point. I never did make many friends in college, just wanted to do drugs or have fun, as I called it.
Oh my God, have you seen Simone? Oh my goodness, I know, right?
When you first shoot up, you'll most likely puke or feel repelled, but you'll be back to try it again soon enough. It'll cling to you like an obsessed lover. The rush of the hit and the way you want more as if you're being deprived of air, that's how it will trap you. Heroin became my life when the rest of it seemed to have gone to shit. With my new addiction came the end of my life. My family might as well have disowned me. I could handle that, but when they took my baby girl away from me, my life became meaningless. I hit rock bottom. The only way I could get away from the voices in my head telling me to kill myself were the drugs. I would do anything that was given to me, subconsciously wishing that it was laced with something, that I would overdose, that I would die. It was a warm blanket, my best high. Just after I'd shoot up, I'd get an amazing rush, and I'd feel like I was on top of the world. I'd forget if I was asleep or awake, and time just passed me by. After a while, I needed heroin just to get by. Too long without a fix, and I can't even describe it. It's like I was dying in every awful way you could think of all at once. Pain in my bones, throwing up, chills, no sleep for days. The only way that I could get rid of the pain is to shoot up. It's not even a pleasure anymore. It's a relief.